Hello everyone. I thought I would explain what's been going on in my brain and in my life for the last few months. I'm going to try and put it in a nutshell, but I'm not the best at that. But anyway, basically, it all started last year when I had this like really strange feeling in my belly and my brain, and this thing of like follow your intuition, and I was like really needed to like focus on that, and it was all leading me back to the one thing in life that I really struggle with and kind of just avoided and just didn't get, and that is maths, which probably sounds really boring. Well, it used to for me, but anyway, now I love it. And I was like, why am I thinking of maths all the time? Why am I like telling myself that I need to do maths? Anyway, I couldn't ignore it, so I bought myself a maths textbook, everything you need to ace maths, in one big fat notebook. So I bought it, and then I went away to a tiny little island in India, in South India, and 2 days after I arrived, I jumped into a lake and cut my foot open. So I literally had no choice but to like sit down and do the maths. Anyway, 2 days of like working on the maths book, I just couldn't get it, and I was like, oh gosh, these numbers just don't work for me. But I know that some people say that the foundations of maths is all patterns, and to me, patterns are shapes and colours. So then I thought, well, if I could paint maths and I didn't have to look at the numbers and the symbols, then maybe I would be able to see these patterns that people talk about. Anyway, and then I had this idea and I counted the main colours that I would recognise as basic colours as a painter. So we've got white, black, brown, pink, red, orange, yellow, blue, green and purple. And then I was like, oh, that's 10 digits. That's the amount of digits that we have, 0 to 9. And then I had a very vivid dream, which was bonkers. Basically, I walked into a gallery and there were all these paintings on the wall, big paintings of these patterns, circles and other shapes. And I walked up to one and I dissolved into it and floated above the gallery, and then the city, and then the world, and then all of these dribbling patterns just started like dribbling down below me. And I woke up and I was like, I think that's maths. And then I came out and I painted or drew down this pattern, these patterns like this, and it just went on and on and on and on. And then it took about a week or so to decipher it and to like fine tune this pattern in this system. And I was just doing loads of it. And I had this book, here's my book. And so this was where I started doing the colours. That's where I recognised the colours. And then I started writing down all these calculations to find the patterns in maths. And then children in the village were looking at me like going round, and like I was taking like inspiration from the different temples and the different things I was seeing and the colours that were being used. And then these children asked me, what are you doing? And I said, I think I'm doing maths. And I started teaching them, and in about 20 minutes they could just get it. They just got it. And I was like, oh gosh, this is not just like for my brain, this could help other people. So I sat down for 2 weeks, I wrote this book, had it printed. This is the book, Multicolour Maths on Monroe Island, and basically it teaches you the method. I gave the book to Bristol University, and then they put me forward to present it at the British Society of Research into Mathematics, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I don't actually know how I'm here. And then it was received with such a positive response, and so I've come back to the town I was born in and grew up in, St Leonards-on-Sea, to this little room, which is the same room that I taught myself to paint in when I was a teenager. And I've been painting and working away on pictures and little sculptures to be part of this exhibition, which starts next Saturday the 3rd, at Stella D'Or Gallery in St Leonards-on-Sea. And I'm so excited in a way that I haven't felt before to release a project like this, because I feel like this could help people learn maths in a way that I really have found beneficial to me, and I know that it could hopefully help lots of other people that maybe struggled.
8 times 8 is 64.
I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see what people think of it and how they respond and what it can do in schools or whatever. So from the roof of the room that I taught myself to paint in, I'm very excited to release into the world Multicolour Maths. That was the most hectic video ever.